lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbara not Barbara Jean's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you. I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat.
I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. Hey everybody, welcome to Ranting with Ricardo. We are here from what? Dim soaps. But before we get into all of that, hi, hello, how are you doing? Okay, what's going on? Tell me the people. Tell me this is a safe space for the folks now. So, just tell me how you doing. This is a safe space. I want to keep it a safe space for everyone. And, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people, whether you like me or not, whether you enjoy the content or not. I love a paying troll, okay? And when I say paying, I mean you're subscribed, okay? As long as you're subscribed, troll away. Just don't get crazy. But with that being said, let's get into what? Dim soaps, and let's talk about it. I've been gone for a minute from recapping GH. Listen, last week was an awful week for me, and just trying to get back into it. So honestly, as a soap fan, last week was a lot as well, because we've really been focusing on Sam passing away and what does that mean for everyone. And this is possibly less of a recap of me telling you everything that happened and just really speaking. This is really more of a Sam has passed away. Now what are we going to do? And as someone who has been in these situations of, I've lost a parent. I've lost my father. I've lost my grandmother and my aunt and my uncle and another aunt. So I've lost family members, and it's always, okay, this person has passed away. Now, what are we going to do? Now, what's next? How do you get through your grief? Because grief is a motherfucker, okay? Grief is an MFer. It looks different for everyone. And it takes a very long time. I don't care what anybody says. It does take a long time for you to go through the steps and to process it and to grieve properly. But what does grieving look like? Because that looks differently for everyone. So now with GH, we are in this space of school has started back up again. Obviously, Halloween has come and passed. The next holidays we're supposed to be seeing are Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we really like Christmas more. Christina and Molly have lost their daughter. Rick is flirting with Ava, but he's also defending Ava because he wants to really just drive a wedge between Molly, her mom, and her sister. But he also wants to punish Sonny and take Avery away from Sonny and give full custody to Ava. And we also have Nina sleeping with Drew, Willow having sex with Drew in the kids' playroom. Michael now knows this because it wasn't a situation of, okay, we're going to just hold this out and we're not going to show it and we're just going to do this, we're just going to keep this going and going and going until we get to May sweeps. No, they let us find this out very quickly because November sweeps is coming up. So, we're already in November. So we have that going on. Chase and Brooklyn just said goodbye to Violet. Violet's off living with her dad. Lulu's still in the hospital, and Laura is begging her daughter, I need you to fight. I need you to wake up. Don't let what Sam did for you be in vain. She's passed away, but she gave you a piece of her liver, so don't let that be in vain. Don't give up the fight. She fought for you. She gave you her liver. Don't give up the fight. You need to wake up. And they're going to keep Lulu at GH instead of sending her back to the long-term care facility she was in, just to make sure the family could be around her and she could feel the love and everything. So now it's just waiting for the actress who once played Babe, the first actress to play Babe, Carrie, on All My Children, to make her appearance as Lulu. We also have Cody and Sasha breaking up, and Sasha being kidnapped by Sidwell to get the because Sidwell wants his diamonds from Holly. And that whole situation breaking down to where Sasha was like, let's be clear on something. My mother is never going to give you those diamonds. She don't care about me. She has left me my entire life and lied to me about who my father was. You're not getting those diamonds. For Holly to finally come through for Sasha and give up the diamonds. And then Brennan and Jason team up. So now they're the new Robert and Luke. Is that what we're looking at? It might be. For them to team up to save Sasha and get rid of Sidwell. For us to then find out that the only reason Holly had been in South Africa and was doing what she was doing with the criminal syndicate, and the only reason she had the diamonds, because she thought they were going to be her retirement plan, is because she was doing a job for the WSB. But she told Anna, you need to stay out of it. This ain't up to you. Which is the same thing Brennan tells Jason when Anna is questioning him about, like, how long has he known Holly had the diamonds? Are you in on her scheme? And da-da-da-da-da. And Brennan has to tell Jason, don't help her find Valentine, because at the end of the day, it's only going to end badly for only one person, and that's her. Don't help her. And then we got, Brennan and Carly, and it's a will they, won't they? Can she trust him? Can she not trust him? What is going to happen here? And it's just like, this is messy all around. Alexis is on a slippery slope of possibly falling back into addiction, but she has an accountability buddy, which is Curtis, but she's also just trying to do the best she can with what is happening at this point, because it's always been said that no parent wants to outlive their child, and Alexis never thought she would outlive any of her children, on top of the fact that Alexis has a sort of, not even a sort of guilt. Alexis has a guilt of how Sam grew up, because Alexis at 16 basically had no options of keeping the baby. She had no options of keeping her daughter. She had to leave her daughter in the hospital, and she had no choice to do that. And she always thought her daughter went to a good home and had a good childhood, until we find out years later Sam is her daughter, and Sam was raised by con artists, and Sam was a con artist herself, running all types of scams. And they've always had that, kind of like that grit in their relationship, because Alexis has always felt guilty and has always blamed herself for the way that Sam's life turned out before she came to Port Charles. And possibly why it was so easy for Sam to fall in with a Sonny and a Jason and things like that. So she feels guilt. She's sad. And then she's dealing with her other two daughters who are fighting, and she just wants them all to come together. So now she's turned her focus on her grandchildren and is trying to be there for them. And she feels like the best thing is for Danny and Scout to live with her, because Jason raising Danny alone, probably not something Sam wanted him to do. On top of Drew is going to be in Washington if he does get elected, right? And everybody's just like, you don't have to do this alone. And Dante's an option. Jason's an option. Drew is an option. Like, what are we going to do? So once again, it's this like, what are we going to do now that Sam is gone? We have to plan a funeral, because that's like the next step, but we're also grieving, and then we have to take care of the children. And what about her businesses? It's just like a lot that is going on. And then you have everybody else mixed in there somehow, some way. And then we got Robert and Diane breaking up, which I think is a good thing, because Diane needs somebody who's obsessed with her like Max was, who is into the things that she's into, who is going to make her their first priority. And Robert is never going to make anybody his first priority unless you're Holly. And he pulls a Casablancas, yes, with Holly, and they take off, and they leave Sasha a message, and he's like, listen, this is a round trip, so I'm coming back. And Sasha's whole thing is Sasha might be pregnant, so she doesn't end up getting a x-ray on her shoulder after explosion, because she might be pregnant after her one-nighter, drunken one-nighter in a hotel room with Michael, after he found out that his wife and his uncle had kissed. But now this situation of his uncle and his wife have had sex, and now it's on tape. Now hold on, wait a minute, let me put some pimping in it. I know y'all did not take my idea from months ago when I said y'all need to do it like Jenny Eckert and Senator Kensington, where they had the video and Tracy was using it to blackmail them with, I know y'all about to do it. I just knew it. Sometimes you gotta go back to the old classics and bring it back for the one time. Okay, for the one time. We don't want to do it no more than that. For the one time. Okay? And now Michael don't know what he gonna do, because Drew keeps popping up, and Willow is like, you need to stay away from me, but she don't want to stay away from him because she enjoyed what they did on the floor of the playroom. And Michael is looking like, I don't know what to do about my marriage. Like, I had this illusion of what we were and what our life could be. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't know. And I don't know is the thing still playing in his mind. And he ends up calling Diane because he needs to talk to her about his marriage. And from the previews, we know that he is going to tell Jason that Drew and Willow have slept together, which is going to cause Jason to swing on Drew, which then it'll possibly come out to the family. But we also have this looming thing over the heads that, hey, Willow does not know that Nina and Drew have slept together, and Nina does not know that Willow does not know Nina and Drew have slept together, and Willow doesn't know that Nina and Drew have been sleeping together. So talk about keeping it in the family. Nasty hoe. He is. He's a nasty, nasty, dirty, despicable hoe. 'Cause nasty, yuck. Anyway. Then we got my girl Trina. Now, you know, her love interest has entered in the scene. His name is Kai. He's a new guy, and Kai got a nice little looking friend, okay? But you might be a problem, sir. I see you. I see the attitude you were giving my girl Trina when she had to check Kai about messing up her grade because he wasn't in class for the group project. Okay, I hate doing group projects. If the election told you anything, this is why we don't like doing group projects, because one person understands what needs to happen, or maybe 2 out of the 3 people, if it's a 4 people group project, understand what needs to happen. But no, nobody else. Nobody, baby, knows what to do and how to do it correctly. So she said, I don't care if he QB1, OB1, Kenobi. I don't give a good goddamn who he is or what he could do for the school. Let me tell you this. You need to check your email for the school. You need to have your ass in class, because the next time you want to mess with my grade, it's going to be me and you. And your ass ain't going to be playing football. And, you know, she checked him like she was supposed to. And he went and called his tutor and was like, listen, I need to know what classes I'm in. And his friend was like, so you're just going to do it? Yeah, I'm going to do what she say. As she, listen, she is, Trina is my hero. I wish I could have been like that with the people I had group projects with when I was in like college and in high school and middle school. That's when I wish I could have been like that, because it would have saved a lot of trouble. And you know, Jocelyn over there fangirling over the fact that he QB1 and they might actually win this year, some championships this year. And I'm like, girl, pipe down. And you know, Cody's reeling from all his stuff, and he's showing that he's a better person than he was before, because I sure would have got Drew for everything I could have got up out of him. I would have got me some stock options. I would have got me millions of dollars. I would have got me some Aurora stock options. I would have became CEO and bumped Curtis up out his spot. Like, I would have did that. But he took his little $50,000 and told Tracy he was trying to be a changed man, and I was like, you better person than me. And Elizabeth is trying to convince Lucky to stay his ass in Port Charles, you know, because you have a son, a S-O-N, a son, a progeny, a lineage. Your blood lives on through your son, okay? You have a son here who needs you and looks up to you and loves you and cares about you. Stay your ass here. Just because you came for Lulu and couldn't help her don't mean you just run away. I know you got that spirit of run. You got that restless spirit because you was raised by a couple restless spirits. But you need to stay at home. Maybe get you a love interest. Maybe you and Elizabeth could try again. Honestly, I don't want Elizabeth to try again with none of her men from the past. She need a new man. Maybe she can get her young little Tinder or somebody. But none of her men from the past. Because all them men have done... Well, she done did something, Ned did something. But definitely not Rick, because he poisoned her. Her and Jason never worked out. And definitely not Lucky, because Lucky still sees the girl she once was, who was in this... who was broken and bleeding and hurt in the snow that he had to protect on that Valentine's Day. So definitely not him. Get her somebody new. But once again, this is all, what are we going to do? Sunny, Olivia, Dante, Drew, Jason, Alexis, Molly, Christina, the Scout, Rocco, Danny, all of them are reeling and are feeling like, what are we going to do? What's next? Did I mention Alexis? Everybody's just like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this for Sam? How are we going to make sure everything goes the way Sam would have wanted it to go? What are we going to do? And that's legit what the question is, looming over everybody in Port Charles that was connected to Sam in such a deep way, whether they were a romantic partner, a former romantic partner, family member, or they have children with her. It's a what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So that's the question. What y'all think they're going to do as it pertains to the children and what's going to happen down there to the GH? For the rest of the people, they just going to get messier and messier and messier. And I hope Michael just lets loose on everybody, because let's be clear on something. While Michael sleeping with Sasha was not right, after y'all said it was a kiss that meant nothing, y'all went on to have sex in the playroom where the kids play, and then he keep popping up and you just won't be around him. Hell to the no. Also, Drew let Willow know that she's an awful liar, because every time she lies, she blushes. And I was like, yeah, that's not a good thing. Okay, you already pasty. You give yourself away. But with that being said, that was it for them soaps and recap from last week up until Tuesday's episode. Get into it. Also on Sundays, I don't know if it's going to be a complete and utter thing, like it's just going to be something that keeps going, but we are having game night again. So if y'all have watched to this point, y'all show up and show out for game night. It's going to be some type of bingo. I'll let y'all know. And also it's going to be the Parkers trivia. So I hope you're up to date. I hope you have kept up with the Parkers. We're going to be here on Sunday at 1:15 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. So come and have a little bit of fun. It is for the people, where this is a safe space for all. And with that being said, that was it. That was all. Had more to give y'all. If y'all liked it, still like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. And whether you liked it or not, still like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. And also hit all those links in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Bye.